You know, we're all kind of taught that the world runs on some big, sophisticated plan, right? That there are experts at the wheel steering everything with total precision. But what if that's all just an act? Today, we're going to pull that curtain back and show you the messy, improvised, and honestly kind of makeshift reality that's humming along just underneath it all. We have this image in our heads, right, of elites in fancy boardrooms playing 4D chess, planning out every single move. But the reality? It's more like they're just rolling the dice and hoping for the best. We see this impenetrable fortress, but if you look behind the scenes, the whole thing is held together with spit and glue. So yeah, let's pull back that curtain.
And this right here just nails that gap between what we see and what's actually going on. We see these massive symbols of competence and power, a perfect rocket launch, a flawless military parade. But backstage, it's just chaos. It's improvisation. It's human. A rocket held together with duct tape is a pretty terrifying thought, but man, is it a powerful metaphor for how our world actually works.
And that's really the core idea, isn't it? The so-called order we see is just that person hanging out the door, desperately slapping on another piece of tape to keep the whole thing from flying apart. We're all just trying to keep the wheels on.
All right, so let's zoom in a bit to a place we all know, maybe a little too well, the modern workplace. Because this is where the performance of competence is basically a daily ritual.
There's actually a great sociological concept for this from a guy named Irving Goffman. He called it Dramaturgy. And he basically argued that all of social life is just a performance. You've got the polished front stage, which is the version of ourselves we show the world, and then there's the backstage, where we can finally drop the act and get real.
So that front stage in the office, yeah, that's all the polished PowerPoints, the corporate buzzwords, the endless talk about synergy and deep dives. But backstage? Oh, that's where the real work happens. That's the frantic Googling, the snap decisions made in a panic, and my personal favorite, asking the intern if they know how to fix the core server.
And as if that wasn't chaotic enough, you've got to throw the Peter Principle into the mix. This is this brilliant theory that says in any organization, people get promoted based on how well they do their current job, right up until they land in a position they are completely, totally unqualified for, and that's where they stay. So what's the end result of all this? You wind up with leaders who are way out of their depth, and managers who are just masters at looking busy. And the person who's actually holding the whole system together? It's usually the new hire, the one person who hasn't yet learned that the correct way to handle a crisis is to schedule a meeting to talk about it next week. Okay, so from the office cubicle, let's zoom way out to the grandest stage of them all, the big ideological battle for the world. Because it turns out, this exact same dynamic of messy improvisation is playing out on a global scale. We're always taught to see the world as this epic boxing match. In this corner, you've got capitalism, and in the other corner, socialism. Two totally opposite systems locked in this fight to the death. It's a nice, clean story.
But the reality, well, it's a lot less like a boxing match and a lot more like a really dysfunctional marriage. I mean, sure, they're throwing punches for the cameras, but under the table, they're secretly passing each other the tools they need just to stay afloat. They actually need each other. I mean, just look at how it actually plays out. When a free market system absolutely melts down, what's the very first thing they do? They scream for government bailouts, which is a huge dose of state intervention. And when a state-run economy grinds to a halt, they start introducing market reforms to get things moving again. See? It's not about being ideologically pure. It's just about grabbing whatever wrench is closest to try and fix the engine. And this whole process creates this really weird endgame. You can almost picture it like that old video game Snake. Capital, and its never-ending search for growth, just consumes everything it can find. New markets, resources, labor. Its body gets longer and longer and longer, until eventually it runs out of space to move and traps itself. It literally can't grow anymore. So, okay, the office is a mess. The global economy is this patched-together hybrid. It all sounds kind of grim, right? But what if it's not? If everything is so broken, what does that actually mean for us? This, right here, is where the story gets good.
The fact that the world is this makeshift, broken-down operation, well, that isn't a reason to despair. It's actually, believe it or not, a huge source of optimism. I mean, think about it for a second. If the world was some perfectly designed, super-efficient machine, there'd be no room for most of us. We'd just be useless parts. But it's not. It is full of cracks and flaws, and things are constantly breaking down. And those gaps, those are the spaces where human creativity and our ability to just improvise become absolutely essential. The patchers, the fixers, the people who solve problems on the fly, they suddenly become the most valuable people in the whole system. So you see, we're not just passengers along for this crazy ride. No way. We're the mechanics, leaning out the window with duct tape in our hands, keeping this whole rickety thing from completely falling apart. Our ability to fix things on the fly is literally what keeps it all going.
So, what does this all mean for you? Now that you have this lens to see the world as one big improvisation instead of some grand design, I have one last thought to leave you with.
Seriously, think about it. That time the entire company's server was propped up on a stack of old books? Or when a multi-million-dollar deal was sketched out on the back of a cocktail napkin? Once you start looking for the duct tape holding everything together, you start seeing it everywhere. And right there, in all that chaos, you might just find your biggest opportunity.